been the craze, almost in the entire world. Every country wants to send a mission to Mars. The UAE has successfully sent one as well. Every single architect is either trying to build something in the metaverse or trying to build something on Mars right now. And it is actually incredible how much research has been put into it between Tesla, architects, NASA, all of these like entities. And it's actually pretty incredible. I was reading about it, and it's very challenging. And I think as architects, the research is kind of intricate. So what do you guys think about it?
It is, but I just don't feel like you were just saying that architects are wanting to move to the metaverse and wanting to move to Mars. But what about Earth? What's something that's amazing and extraordinary that we are doing here? So I feel like people are using maybe Mars and the metaverse to kind of run away from our dying Earth instead of fixing it and using it as a solution and just escaping there. But I don't think that would be like a great idea. Right?
Yeah, I don't think we will be able to call Mars our home in at least like 100 years. There are so many consequences, like people having babies on Mars. These babies won't be able to come to Earth. No, like their backbone won't support them here because of gravity.
That's the funny part. Like because of the gravity, one of my professors wanted to join the mission to Mars, and they told me how to lose weight.
Oh, that's a good motivation to lose weight. Move to Mars, lose your weight. Not bad.
Yeah. It's definitely a challenge, but I don't think that 100 years, it's probably like going to be a lot less. We might see it in our lifetime for sure. And there's a lot of ambition there, like especially if you think back to the 80s and the 90s, and back then the space race that was going on, it just captures everyone's imagination. And when, as a species, something captures your imagination, there's just a lot more drive there. If we were just focusing on our planet, we kind of have become a bit meh about it at this point. So, having these goals to become like an interplanetary species, not just Mars, but even beyond that, it's about thinking beyond our lifespan and thinking about what the human species can achieve. And I think that's like a big push to move.
But the thing is, as architects, what challenges do you guys think we're going to face?
So many challenges, to start with the basic gravity. Like everything is going to be different over there. I feel like we're going to have to learn how to live, how to walk, how to do everything differently.
Let alone
padding. Have materials. Like we're not going to have the same concrete materials that we have over here.
Yeah.
We're going to be using materials over there, which is there's the red sand, I think. And like it's just everything that we're going to have to do there because of the gravity. Because we're going to be bumping a lot into stuff, everything, like the interiors are going to have to soft, cushioned, curved, so you don't hurt yourself. Mostly, I think, I heard they're going to be 3D printed. I just feel like it's a whole new science. It's basically starting from learning everything that learning from our mistakes on Earth, but starting from scratch in a new environment. Yeah. It's like basically creating some sort of avatar kind of life.
Yeah, we can always learn from like everything. Like it's always an added experience. Whether we're learning how to create new life, we're going to be learning from our mistakes on this planet for sure, and that might in turn help what we have over here already, like the research and development that goes into Mars and how to make Mars livable might help make the Earth more livable in given time. So it's all, in parallel, I think, rather than a separate note. I think that it probably should be looked at like that.
Yeah, I would agree with that in the way that we basically try to learn what we can from living in Mars to maybe apply it here on Earth. But I don't think it would be a solution to just move out of Earth and start fresh in Mars, because there are going to be so many other issues, so many other problems that we're going to come across. So why not just, kind of learn from the idea of it, make all the studies, but apply all those probably here on Earth.
Maybe it could be our first base outside of planet Earth. And the thing is that we're talking about moving to Mars and living there, but actually like the last man stepped on the moon was in the 70s. So we literally we're still talking in midair. And Yeah, but for architecture, it's they're going to start with a cave kind of structure. So like going back to architecture, and this dome will be done 3D printed by robots. They're going to be like small robots. So it's kind of like building an ant's nest. So like if half of the ants got wiped out,
You still have.
you can still build it, but in a slower pace. And this is what they're thinking about. So the robots, they're going to launch many robots, but what if like not all the robots land there? We'll still build this cave. And this cave, inside of it, when the astronauts arrive, they will have their own habitable pods. They will have their own their inflatable structures, which will give them the atmosphere they will survive in. And then we can start building the architecture beyond the survival stage.
Speaking of the pods that they're building, I also read this thing the other day where they need to create some sort of outside environment in an inside environment, because like when you're on Mars, you can't go outside and enjoy nature or sunlight or wind or rain. So they're going to start creating these indoor spaces that kind of imitate the outdoor spaces, like rainfalls, rivers, lakes, parks, but they're all indoor, temperature controlled, like sunlight, everything is going to be different.
To be quite honest, my biggest concern about this whole expedition to Mars is that if we don't learn from our mistakes on Earth, we're going to repeat them on Mars, which means we're going to create waste. All of this construction is going to create waste. Everything we use needs a proper way to dispose of. Because, fine, let's say we can survive on Mars as a human species for the coming millennia, and then what? It's going to be the same situation as
Move
Earth.
to another planet.
Yeah, exactly. So
There's
we can't
so
keep
many.
on doing this.
The universe, the solar system is like.
But we can't keep on doing this because it's going to create problems. So I think we need to think about how to clearly recycle, reuse, build temperature-controlled structures without ruining the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And then we can talk about moving to another planet. I think that's all we have in terms of ideas, and I just want to see what you guys think. Let us know in the comments below.